Hello everybody, it's Penny Shelton here. Today is Tuesday, October the 5th, and we are on day 4 of our brand new 11-week total health and wellness initiative at Raw Food Rehab, Falling into Raw. And so you might be able to tell that my hair fell into the hands today of a licensed cosmetologist. Got a little color, got a little paint on the barn, as my dad would say. And I just want to tell you, it felt really good. It felt really good to walk away from my life and go escape, like the old commercial, Calgon, take me away. That was kind of how I felt today. And so I was able to get my hair trimmed and get a little color added to the mix. I was born a copperhead. That's why they named me Penny. And so as I've gotten older, my hair is now not this color. You already know that. It's kind of gotten dull. And I guess I've got enough of I Love Lucy in me that I'm going to try to keep it its natural color, or what its natural color used to be, as long as I can. And, you know, I've taken some criticism from some people in the natural health, raw food world, saying that, you know, you're going to give yourself brain cancer from coloring your hair. It's not natural. It's not healthy. You need to just let your hair go natural. And, you know, I hear you. And, you know, there may come a day where I feel like I'm totally ready to go there. Like if my hair starts to turn white, that's going to make me really happy when I get older. Like I just love white hair on older people. I just think it's very, very attractive, something about it. But I ain't there yet, I'm telling you. What I've got under here is not a color that is really good on the eyes. So I pick my poison at this point. First of all, I go to a hair salon where they use Aveda products. If you're familiar with that, the hair color is more naturally plant-based than other chemical-laden hair colors on the market. So that's one good thing. I'm telling you that it's not 100% perfect, but it's minimal stuff, and it's not bleach. So I mean, it's just a color application. So I've given up wearing nail polish. I've given up the majority of the cooked food that I have eaten throughout my life. I've given up alcohol. You know, I've given up a lot of toxins in my environment. I mean, when I made the choice to leave the hair salon industry, I worked in that for 15 years. When I made the choice to walk away from that, I walked away from a lot of daily exposure to chemicals. So I feel really good about it. So I figure getting a little hair color 3 or 4 times a year, it's just what I'm going to do. So I hope you guys can accept me for that. And maybe I'll be easier to look at. And I just love fluffing up a little bit, you know, and I know that my husband appreciates me taking care of myself. And that's really the subject that I wanted to talk to you all about today. We talked about it a little bit during our last 11-week initiative. But I think that so oftentimes we all tend to do this. Women do it for sure, because I talk to women all the time, but I know a lot of men that do this as well. We do not put our needs first because we feel like we're being selfish if we do that. And that's understandable. When we have families, whether we're married, we have children, or maybe we have parents that we need to kind of look after, take care of. We've got jobs that require our focus. There's just so many things that pull at our attention. And then there's the financial reality of, you know, we can't always afford, I certainly can't always afford to go in to a hair salon and have a full spa day, which I haven't done in a long time. But, you know, finding ways, even if you are on a limited fixed income, to do things to take care of yourself. Because if we don't take care of ourselves, nobody's going to do it for us. And that point really got driven home last week because I was on the very tail end. It was crunch time, and I had to have the Falling into Raw materials ready to go by the deadline that I had set for myself. But when I set my mind to do something, you probably already know, I'm pretty much like a dog on a bone, and by golly, if I tell you I'm going to do something, I will bust my you-know-what to try to get it done. And so I pretty much just went into the zone all last month, and it became even more intense last week. And guys, I really let myself go last month. For I totally forsook my exercise program. I mentioned that in yesterday's video. I wasn't paying attention to what I was eating. You know, I knew I was eating raw food because I was making all this raw food, you know, making all these recipes, taking photographs. So I was eating raw food, but the stress of that deadline, I was overeating. So I packed on like 3 or 4 pounds in the last 2 weeks, which that's moving in the wrong direction for me. And I was burnt out. I felt burnt out. And I thought, you know, I'm not any good. I'm not any good for my family right now. I'm certainly no good for myself. I'm really not that great for the website because I don't have anything left to give. So as you know, my birthday was on Saturday. And one of the things that I did is I basically just said, I need a couple of hours to just go and chill. I took my journal with me and really thought about, you know, moving forward with this website, with my life, with everything that I do. What needs to give? Something's got to give because I can't live under that kind of stress. And I don't really have a full, complete answer yet. But, well, the first thing I'll make sure you understand is raw food rehab is not going anywhere. We're here to stay. Will we do another 11-week initiative beginning in January 2011? I don't know. I don't know. We've done 6 now altogether. This is our final one of this year. So moving into next year, we may do some changes. I love doing the vault, and I think that it's just an integral part of what we do here at Raw Food Rehab. But I'm definitely going to be looking at making some changes so that I'm not pushing myself into full-blown mental oblivion. And I want to have something left to give to my family and to you all. And I don't want it to affect my health. I have several friends who, through the years, have eaten a high raw food diet and have tried to take care of themselves, but the sheer stress of their lifestyle has caused them to be sick. So I really believe you can eat a pristine, 100% raw, perfect diet and still be not in optimal health if you're stressed to the max. Okay? So my encouraging word for you today is take some time, even if it's just to walk in the park, to walk down, but if you have like a creek or a body of water, or maybe you have a forest near your home, or I don't know, wherever, get out into nature if you can at all. Get alone with yourself and the Creator and just have a dialogue about what are some ways, what are some things that you can do to make sure that you're making time to take care of you. I mean, we just don't always do that. And so I hope, and my prayer is during this 11 weeks that we can, as a group, really explore ways to love ourselves more completely. I mean, the reality is most of us did not get taught self-love. We didn't have that role modeled for us. We didn't get that instilled in who we are. A lot of us were criticized, possibly abused. A lot of crap happened to us when we were growing up, or even in adolescence, or in our young adult life. I mean, we've just been through some stuff. Most of us on this website have weathered some storms along the way. And we've been told by this or that person that we're not worthy, or we're a good for nothing, or we can't get anything right, or we're fat, or we're stupid. You know, we've talked about all this before, but we're going to have to release that somehow if we're going to move to that next level of healing. If we're going to lose that weight once and for all. If we are going to cure our bodies, allow our bodies to cure themselves of some of these old sicknesses that are because of a lot of times emotional toxicity, wrong thinking, poor diet choices, and massive amounts of fear, anger, stress, you know, all of that. So that's what I hope to really get in. We're going to kind of get down over this next 11 weeks off and on. I'm not going to keep it heavy for any length of time, but I want you to be thinking about that. Again, want to make a plug, encourage you to journal. Get to know what's going on with you. What's happening in your life that's not enabling you to take some time. You don't have to go to the salon and get hair color and haircut, although I highly recommend it. Even if you go to a cheapo place, treat yourself to a haircut every now and then, a new style. Maybe go to a department store where they do a complete free total makeover. If you're a guy, go, like our Whole Foods, they have chair massage. Go in and spend $20 or something and get a chair massage. Get the knots worked out of your neck and your back. I mean, there's just so many things. I'd love to hear from you today. What are some things that you've been letting slip in your life that you'd like to get back to doing, or things that you've never done that you want to do for yourself, that maybe you feel like you can't because you've got to take care of your kids and you've got kids going to college or to private school, or you just need to pay the rent. You need to eat, you know? So let's dream a little bit today. What are some things that you'd like to do to help take better care of you? Guys, you know I love you. And this is just part of the total health and wellness is talking about this topic. And I thought today was a good day since I had my little treat. So I will be back again tomorrow with you all. I've got some fun stuff planned throughout the rest of this week. So I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll see you soon. Bye.